Right guys, the plan for tonight's wild camp is as follows. It's going to be an overnight, solo, stealthy wild camp here on the North Yorkshire moors. I've brought my hooped bivvy bag out with me tonight, not the tent, because the hooped bivvy is such a low profile, compact, stealthy way of camping. I feel that is going to make me feel a bit more safe when out in this environment. The only downside to that is I can't bring Lily. And Lily, as you guys know, is my eyes and ears whenever we're out on the ground together exploring in this way. So she's at home, I'm here with the bivvy bag on my own on the North Yorkshire moors. Wish me luck. Gotta be honest guys, it's a very different experience being out filming on my own without Lily. I mean, I have done this in the early days before I had Lily, but it's a very different experience. It just seems like I'm a lot more on edge. Maybe because I'm not relying on Lily's instincts as much, and so every now and then I'm looking out through the trees, I'm stopping to hear any different sounds that may be close by. These are just things that I don't remember doing when Lily's out with me. Maybe I do, and I just haven't realised it, but yeah. Feels lonely, man.
The Kepler satellite has identified 2,000 planets orbiting other star systems. So tonight, when you look at the night sky, realize that somebody could be looking back at you. Looking back at you. Looking back at you. Looking back at you. Now, if there is a life form out there, they could be literally millions of years ahead of us. The universe is 13.7 billion years old, so a million years is nothing compared to the age of the universe.
Hold up. We got a roadblock. Yeah. I think this here, what I'm on now, must have been some kind of old hiking trail a very, very long time ago. I mean, this looks like some kind of makeshift bridge. I'm not sure how you'd use that to get across because there is nothing actually going across the water. Maybe there was at one time, but this is definitely not used anymore. And there's some old nails. It's crazy, isn't it? Like, who was the last person to touch this and hammer that in the wood? So I'm just looking for a place to throw down the bivvy bag. And one of the ideal things about bringing the bivvy bag is that you can literally just throw it down anywhere. But if I put it too close to the river back there, you guys won't hear me on the camera as I'm talking. So I'm thinking to move away from the river. But the further I go back into the woods, the darker it's going to get. And since that we've got quite a few hours left of sunlight, it seems pretty stupid for me to go into somewhere dark just yet. So I'm trying to find that perfect balance of flat ground, away from noise, still relatively good light. And so far, not very successful, but I will keep looking. Do you know one thing that bothers me about being in this area is that it's so close to RAF Fylingdales. Now, RAF Fylingdales in itself is a creepy old place because the true known use for that base is heavily debated. A lot of people don't believe that they use that base for what they say they're using it for. However, one thing we do know is that it's got a great big radar system. Now, they claim that the radar system can pick up millions of different objects in low Earth orbit, near Earth, basically. What I think is that it's all UFOs. They are looking out there and they will have information of things that we can't even imagine. And it's situated smack bang in the middle of the North Yorkshire Moors, which is a very peculiar place to have a top secret base. I mean, no one's going to venture out here and try and infiltrate, with it being quite remote. But also as well, I wonder what else they can detect and why on the moors. An area, again guys, that is stooped in weird stories. We find this all the time. This was brought to my attention. Well, I always knew this, but it was highlighted to me by Chris Turner. Again, sorry to keep mentioning him, but he did point out to me that if you look at all the cases through history, a large percentage of those where weird things are happening are in close proximity to a military base. And I have to agree. So it's getting a bit late now, actually. The sunlight doesn't last long during these winter months. So what I might do is something that is highly recommended when out wild camping solo, is to pitch up late. I might just go find somewhere, linger around for a little bit, and then throw the bivvy up in a few minutes. It doesn't take long to pitch, so that is the best thing to do, I think, at this point, is just find somewhere now, linger around that area, talk to you guys, and yeah, get the bivvy set up as late as possible. I mean, I'm not complaining. It's absolutely stunning here, so I'm going to make the most of it. I'm in no rush to get pitched up, guys. I'm in no rush. Oh, wow, it's boggy around here. It's kind of boggy, man. Yeah, it's a shame that I couldn't bring Lily. I love that dog to bits. But the last time we was here as well, just to make myself feel better about her not being here, it was really hard work because she's on the extendable lead and she kept going around trees and getting wrapped and knotted up in her lead, so that was really difficult to film. However, once I learned to bring that lead shorter in and then tie it round on the handle, she was more than happy just to sit there and watch me film. So yeah, it is a great shame that she's not here with me. I really wish she was, to be honest. But it's my first wild camp back on the moors overnight solo, and I really want to be as discreet as possible. So the bivvy was the way forward for me in my mind. You'll see that these places, especially this one, has a lot of strange stories attached to it. Creepy tales of paranormal activity, extraterrestrials, and UFO landings. So yeah, as you can imagine, I want to be as low profile or as discreet as possible. And that means not having a big bounding 22 kilogram, 25 kilogram, whatever she is, hound running around the place.
There's footage and records of objects in the skies that we don't know exactly what they are. We can't explain how they move, their trajectory, and so, you know, I think that people still take seriously trying to investigate and figure out what that is.
Hello. Hello, you. You're tame. Scarily tame, to be honest. So I've just had this robin following me for quite a while now. Aren't robins like really notoriously shy animals, like shy birds? And this thing's not. You've just seen the drone footage of how remote this area is where I am, which means that that little bird can't be seeing that many people. It was more than happy just to sit on a branch. Well, I'll show you which branch. It sat on this branch, just here, right next to me. quite strange how it's so tame, because as I've said, it can't see that many people. I like to think that that robin was holding me up for a reason. Maybe that further on down the track, if I'd have carried on walking, it wouldn't have been good news for me. So that's what I like to think. I like to think that that little robin was just trying to capture my attention to delay my direction of travel, knowing that further down the track something was going to happen. So, but you guys hopefully are enjoying this so far, and if you are, please, one of them. Burn my throat. Nice. It's just really peaceful at the minute. Really peaceful. One of the beautiful things that I love about coming to the North Yorkshire Moors and camping out here is that, unlike many other places in the UK, you can almost guarantee that you won't see anyone. And I think that's always it's a nice thing. I mean, you're never too far away, don't get me wrong, you're never too far away from a road or a track of some type. But, yeah, the chances of seeing someone are quite slim in this area. And that really makes me feel like I've gone back to being self-sufficient, living off the land, caveman type stuff. Which is, I think, what we all search for when we go out. We all like to think that we're survivors and capable of living off the grid. Or I do, at least, anyway. I'm not sure about anyone else. These winter months, though, these nights where it becomes dark quite early are really annoying, especially for filming. I mean, the light is terrible. But roll on summer, I say. Roll on summer. A lot of it could be mental, you know, and I'm not saying the sightings and the experiences that people are having are mental, like they haven't thought these up. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that if we get ourselves into a mindset where we're already quite scared and we know what it is that we're out there looking for, that can conjure up all kinds of images, which then heighten our senses and the adrenaline goes. It's so much easier to fool someone in that state than it is, say, like me now, who's just coming out here and enjoying the scenery at the minute. Yeah. 2022, I'm going to make this my year. I'm going to get out into this area, or many different areas, and really start now going full steam ahead with this investigating. I like to stay away from the word investigating, but that's what people refer to me as, some kind of boots on the ground investigator. I don't really do much investigating. I'm kind of a chance guy. I like to get out into these areas and have a chance encounter, much in the same way that many of these experiences happen. But yeah, if people want to refer to me as an investigator, then that's fine by me. No harm done. I have brought my star pointer out with me tonight, so if we do have some stars overhead, I'm going to give that a quick blast and see if we get any kind of responses. I would really like in the future some kind of night vision, something that I can observe the stars with while recording as well. So if I do pick up any strange anomalies moving through the night sky, I can record them and stick them into the videos. Again, it's just all money at the minute and having the funds to be able to buy this stuff. One thing I have been looking at though, which is quite affordable, and to some of you guys here watching this might seem stupid, but I think it's quite an interesting idea, is a child's toy. Somebody's made this child's toy, like a teddy bear, and in the legs and the arms and the head are different coloured lights. So for example, in the head might be a red light, in the left arm might be a blue light, the right arm might be a green light. And it's touch activated. It's described and advertised as some kind of paranormal tool to be used in communication with the paranormal, but not just that, like anything other dimensional may be able to interact with this teddy. So I was thinking about getting something like that, and sure, it sounds gimmicky, sure, it sounds like a waste of money, but it would be fascinating to see the results that something like that can bring. And if this little teddy starts lighting up, as I'm saying, look, touch the left arm if you can hear me, touch the right arm, and in accordance to what I'm saying, these instructions are being followed, then I think that's going to be worth every penny. I've had the worst 3 hours. On the last scene that I was filming for you guys, I was sat on a log drinking a coffee, talking about how I was going to find somewhere to throw down the bivvy tent or the bivvy bag. I put my phone in my pocket, I got up off the log, and I walked about 1.5 miles approximately to a location that I found. I went to pull my phone out of my pocket to tell you guys that I'd found somewhere for the night. No phone. No fucking phone. My heart sank, obviously, and I panicked. Big. Like, I really did panic bad. I raced back with my kit on my back to the log where I'd been sat previously, hoping that the phone would just be laid down the side of the log somewhere, falling out of my pocket as I've stood up. The phone wasn't near the log. I spent most of my time, a good 14 minutes, trying to convince myself that it's got to be near that log, it's got to be near the log. And it wasn't. It was a little bit away from the log, and I found it in the end following retracing my footsteps, but I wasted so much time. And then when I got my phone, it was completely dead, which makes no sense to me because I had over 50% battery left at that point. Now, I have been using the drone quite heavily today, which uses quite a bit of battery life, and the cold as well, I suppose, would have done my battery any justice, but it just, in my mind, doesn't make sense that the battery was completely dead. The only hope that I had was that on this light there is a solar panel charger for an iPhone or any phone that will connect, and so I've managed to scrape a little bit of battery life out of that solar power, solar battery panel, whatever you call it, up to about 13% battery. The noises now in this woods where I am, guys, are absolutely all around me, and I'd be lying if I said that I wasn't terrified right now. I could hike back to the car, I guess that is an option, but it would mean crossing that river again in the night, walking through the woods in the night. It seems more scary in my mind right now to move around than it does just to throw the bivvy bag down where I'm standing. So I think that is what I'm going to do. I'm going to throw the bivvy bag down and try and just weather this one out until the morning. I don't think I'm going to get any sleep at all. This couldn't have fucking worked out any worse. Any worse. I suppose the positives to take from this is that this thing has the little solar powered charger and the fact that I found my phone, but I'm in panic mode now, and I just know that I'm talking a lot of crap to the camera. I know that I'm probably mincing my words. My fingers are freezing, my phone in my hand is not steady, but you're gonna have to forgive me, guys. I just want to get this bivvy up. That's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to get the bivvy up. 1 minute. Where's my other clip? Come on. Ouch. Where the hell? Freezing. That's a bird. My fingers are so cold, I'm not sure what temperature it is. I don't want to start messing around with apps like the weather app when I haven't got that much battery on my phone, so I'm going to leave it. But I'm going to guess it's below 0. I need to get this bivvy out. Stay. I can hardly even undo the clips. My hands are that cold. Come on. Do you know the worst thing about this setup, right, is that it's brilliant if you get started before nightfall. But because the poles are colour coordinated in the dark, trying to find which loops they go, which pieces of material they go through, it's an absolute nightmare. Add to that my hands are cold, add to that I'm absolutely terrified. There are so many noises, guys, that I don't even want to try and put names to them all, because right now when my mind's not thinking straight, that's only going to start making me think of creepy stuff, and that is the last place I want to be right now in my mind. I want to try and stay positive and try and be logical, or as best I can. The sounds of these creaking trees are helping. What time is it? I think it's about 10 o'clock. 10 or 11 o'clock, something like that. Right, I'm in the bivvy, finally. That was an absolute nightmare trying to set that up. It's something that I just don't use that often, like I'm always in the tent, but it does have its uses. You know there's going to be people watching this saying, stop being a pussy, but I dare anybody to come out and do this on their own and not feel scared. Bivvy bags like are so claustrophobic as it is, so that's already got my anxiety going. The fact that I was rushed to get this bivvy bag up and thought I'd lost my phone in the process is not a good combination. What is that tapping? I'm not going to get no sleep tonight, I know that much. Thought I could hear something. What is that? That's the wind on the side, I think. You know, I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to sit here and say, this is what I love about camping, or this is my best time of night, because it's really not. And of all the nights, tonight is definitely not. I don't enjoy this bit, like, it's scary, there's no two ways about it. You I can't lie here on the forest floor in the middle of nowhere, knowing what I know about this place, and enjoy yourself. There's like a level of anxiety where you're just waiting for something. You're living like minute by minute. Something might happen the next minute, something might happen the next minute, and that's how it goes all night. And so I know that I'm not going to get no sleep tonight because of that. It didn't help that I was rushed. Usually when I'm out in these places, I think that if you set the tone early on, by being calm, relaxed, organised, then it doesn't seem as scary. But if you're rushed and stuff's all over the place, you had the fear of losing your phone, your battery was then dead, and you have all these different challenges before you even get pitched, it can send your anxiety through the roof. There's nothing enjoyable about this, guys. Nothing enjoyable about this at all. I've actually had to open the door just so I can get my elbow out because it is that compact. Sounds like a plane overhead or something. You know, it's really annoying as well. I've got this coat on and the material of this bivvy is that real noisy material, so when you're trying to listen out for things, all you can hear is this brushing past my ears. I don't want to spend too long with the light on because that's making me even worse, knowing that something out there could see me but I can't see that, or them, whatever. I don't want people to start jumping down my throat saying that I'm jumping to conclusions. Tonight I questioned why I'm doing this. I questioned why I go out and do this stuff. Do I really enjoy it? And right now I would say no, I don't enjoy this. This is not fun. Sounds like there's something outside the tent. You know, for anyone that was, or anyone that ever feels inspired by my videos, and I've had a few people over the years saying that they want to get out to these places. Do I know of any locations? Have I got any tips of how to start out? This would not be it. Do not go on your own, solo wild camping like this, in a place like this. Not until you've done a few wild camps with other people. This isn't for everybody. And like I've just said, I don't know why I'm doing this, which is a feeling that I always get in these moments. Like, why? What the hell am I doing? But you know, when you get back in the morning and you look for all the footage, that's when it really becomes worthwhile. But right here, right now, I wish I was at home. And, you know, I am logical in the way that I think. I was just going to say that I am logical in the way that I think, but it's very difficult to think straight when you know all the things that have come from this place, all the stories of really bizarre, weird things that even I struggle to believe sometimes, like dogmen sightings. Everything that you've ever doubted, when you're here, you can somehow reason in your own head, well, it might be true. Well, actually, that makes sense. Yeah, that could exist. You know, when you're at home, in the safety of your own home, you might laugh that off and say, no, dogmen aren't real, they don't exist. But when you throw yourself in the location where people are seeing these things, or reportedly seeing these things, your brain will find reasons to make you think that actually they could exist. And that's always the worst thing about solo wild camping in these places, is the constant battle with your mind. And I said it earlier on, it's all about setting the tone. Like, if I get to a place early and I have time to relax and get set up way before sundown, then I find that the camp somehow is more enjoyable. If I'm rushed around, or I have to set up in the dark, it's never off to a great start. I'm going to try and sleep with my finger resting on the button, should I need to turn this on at the drop of a hat, so wish me luck. And for anyone that, like I said, looks at my videos and thinks you want to get out and do this, there are other ways to do this. Don't do it like this. I don't even know why I do it like this. You know, I could just come out to the moors through the day and explore, stay till night time and then head back, but I guess I'm lazy as well. Like, a lot of it is to do with laziness. Once you're here, you're here. It's like a 40-minute drive, 40-minute drive for me, and I really can't be arsed sometimes going all the way back home, so